30 years.
Michael, when you think of the most pure trotter in the last 10 or 20 years, you simply think of Mombay. So therefore, winning a race like the Dominion is of no surprise. Providing the Quinella for Greg and Nina Hope was the icing on the cake with quite a moment, but Mombay in this sort of form was simply unbeatable.
Earlier we saw David Moss winning the first one of those horses we saw with that French blood from Geekoy coming into the country. Bigger trotters, longer stride. Well, Mombay's by Love You, again, longer striding horses, great stayers as the French trotters tend to be. The time here, just a tick over 4 minutes. One day, a trotter's going to break 4 minutes in this country, Greg, but Mombay's been the closest so far. So sad those injuries robbed us of seeing more performances like this.
Mombay leads though, 150 to go, quite a moment's a length and a half away. It's Mombay leading quite a moment, then Kai Valley Blur. It's Mombay in front of quite a moment, and it's a Greg and Nina Hope Quinella. Mombay won the Dominion.
Coming in at number 4, a very impressive trotter. His name, Mark Cooler. He had brilliantly won the Ashburton Flying Mile in New Zealand record time, was freshened up to deliver a performance that blew everyone away at Addington Raceway that day. Clint Ford, a amateur driver by his own methods, Michael, just delivered one of the great drives in the race.
And not often we see stallions win our major trotting races, but I always think the best version of any racehorse is when those big stallions get angry and happy and charging and up on the steel. Watch him from the 1,000 metre mark to the 400 metre mark. The rest of it doesn't really matter. He's that far in front. He is the best version of a very good horse. Maybe we'll see it again in this year's Dominion.
Mark Cooler is 4 in front, speeding spur, Ronald J in the Libras gift. It is Mark Cooler at the 100 metre mark. Take a bow, Clint Ford. Take a bow, Ken Ford. Kai Valley Blue has run to second. What a win by Mark Cooler. Mark Cooler won the Dominion.
Dominion's all about history, Michael, and in over 100 years of that, one stable in the last 20 years has dominated. That's the premier stable of Tim Butt and his brother Anthony. 8 wins and 9 wins respectively in this great race. And Take a Moment's a huge part of that. He became the first to win 3 Dominions, and he did it in grand style the third time.
One of those horses who wasn't scary for his looks or even his raw ability. He just had that easy way of doing things. Didn't go around pulling his block off, raced conservatively, was very, very good staying and sprinting, a true professional. For me, he was always the trotting version of champion pacer Christopher Vance, and that enabled him to race with longevity as well. Greg, that's how you win 3 Dominions.
Take a Moment, 3 clear, 200 to go. Allegro Agitado, followed by Do's Invasion, and last link. Take a Moment still in front. His 3rd Dominion handicap coming up, his 17th win in a row. Take a Moment, salute him, he's a champion, and Take a Moment has won it again.
In at number 2, the big horse, Stig, beautifully bred, trained by a master, of course, in Paul Nairn, to be driven by his cousin David Butt. What was so impressive about this horse was his ability to get up to speed, Michael, and carry it for a long way. Well, he did it on this day from the top of the back straight, 4 wide around them, and just exploded up the Addington Straight.
And overcome not a perfectly natural gait. He had a bit of a hop and a bit of a long reach in behind, but man, he had a massive, massive motor. Tim Butt, the champion trainer we're seeing so much of here, actually gave this horse to Paul Nairn to work him out. Sometimes Paul would chuck the saddle on him, ride him up a hill. The next day, put him in the heavy cart, running down the sides of the road. Stig, a horse who had a very interesting pathway to the Addington Winners' Circle.
And have a look at a real champion. Stig trots to the lead. I did it my way. Mountbatten down the outside and Red and Flash in behind him. But he's the greatest trotter in New Zealand. His name is Stig, and he's going to win the Dominion. Stig a half a length.
To the top of the tree in terms of the Dominion. In at number 1, there can only be one. Our greatest trotter of all time, arguably, Michael. His name, Lyle Creek. He won close to $3 million. He'd won 2 of these before. But to go around the world, take on the world and win at times, and come back and win this great race for a 3rd time to join Take a Moment is the only 2 who have achieved that, Michael. Just show what a great, great trotter this horse Lyle was.
Total champion, best trotter ever from this part of the world, and most remarkably, he went to the United States, via Sweden of course, raced on Lasix for the best part of 2 years, so he got used to racing on that. Had to be weaned off that because of course you can't race on Lasix in this part of the world. People said you can't do that. He came out, won this, won a Rowe Cup and just proved to us that there will never be another Lyell Creek, because if you're going to be as good as him, you're going to need to rewrite the history books. Here is the greatest Dominion winner in New Zealand history.
Here comes Lyle. He's down the outside with a big finish, and Castleton's Mission coming from the back. Lyle, Castleton's Mission trying to bob him. Put the circle around Lyle. He's certainly a wonderful trotter. He's Hercules. He's won it well again.